The Indiana Fever continue to make massive moves in free agency, signing Sophie Cunningham and DeWanna Bonner. And you guys, I don't even think they're...
Did you see what the Indiana Fever just did? They didn't just make signings, they made a statement. Sophie Cunningham, Nelissa Howard, and DeWanna Bonner. That's a powerhouse trio. The Fever are done being overlooked. They're here to make their mark. Cunningham brings fire, Howard brings grit, and Bonner brings experience. Message received. The Fever aren't just showing up, they're coming for everything.
So the Indiana Fever have got their enforcer. They have got their enforcer for Caitlin Clark. And I'm not gonna lie, like, when it comes to Caitlin Clark and their enforcer, last year everyone was talking about them needing an enforcer, and the closest thing they had was Erica Wheeler. That was the closest thing they had for someone to defend Caitlin Clark, was Erica Free.
Remember when teams used to target Clark? Yeah, that's over. Sophie Cunningham isn't here to play nice, she's here to protect. Look at Clark the wrong way, and Cunningham will be right there to handle business. The Fever didn't just add a player, they brought in a bodyguard for their star.
So Sophie honestly has a similar game to Lexi Hall. She is a tall guard who can shoot the three. She is nasty on defense. What I love about her is she brings this kind of spark and energy to the court. She is very feisty. She is not scared to go after it. And she, I feel like, will also act as an enforcer.
Cunningham isn't just about toughness, she's a sharpshooter, too. She's ranked in the WNBA's top 20 for made three-pointers per minute over the past 3 seasons. That's not just good, that's elite. A relentless defender and a knockdown shooter. The Fever just got a game changer.
We know she can shoot, she can defend, she's athletic, she's tall, but she also brings this just grit and energy that this team is really going to thrive.
Cunningham's intensity is off the charts. She's had more on-court confrontations than some UFC fighters. Remember when she nearly went head-to-head with Myisha Hines-Allen? Most players back down, Cunningham doubles down. She's fierce, fearless, and her basketball IQ makes her a nightmare for opponents.
She tried to fight Myisha Hines-Allen. You do not, there are not that many people. You can see everyone else is trying to get as far away from this situation as possible. Everyone else. So she hits a three. Myisha Hines-Allen fouls her and then tries to step over. And then Sophie Cunningham grabs her leg. Nobody's going near Myisha Hines-Allen, but no, Sophie Cunningham will start the fight. The refs are trying to break it up. None of the Mercury players are going to go near Myisha Hines-Allen. They're scared. She'll scare the bejesus out of them. Myisha Hines-Allen is one of the toughest players in this league. Sophie Cunningham going head to head straight.
Why does this matter for the Fever? Because Cunningham is the enforcer they've been missing. She's not just protecting Clark, she's changing the game. Defending Clark was already tough, but now? Good luck. Every time you try, Cunningham will be right there, making sure it's a problem.
Are not going to be able to face guard Caitlin like they were, picking her up full court, double teaming her, all of these things, because there are now more threats on the court, including...
Cunningham isn't just a defender, she's an offensive weapon. Shooting 38% from 3 over the past 4 seasons, she's a sniper. Imagine Clark driving, pulling defenders in, then kicking it out to Cunningham, wide open on the perimeter. That's automatic. A defensive nightmare in the making.
Just going to translate so well to the Fever. I just love the energy that she brings. She seems like a hard worker. She seems like she loves the game of basketball. And I think when the Fever are thinking about players that they want to surround Caitlin with and players that they want to build this dynasty with, which I believe that they're trying to do, they have to think about the mindsets of these players.
The Fever didn't just sign a player, they added a weapon. Cunningham is the Charles Oakley of the WNBA, tough, skilled, and fearless. This isn't just about protecting Caitlin Clark, it's a message to the entire league. The Fever are done being pushed around. They're here to dominate.
been very vocal in the media that she loves Caitlin Clark's game and she would love to play with her at some point. And so I just feel like she is going to be a great fit for this team. That the 3-time WNBA champion Natasha Howard will sign with the Indiana Fever as a free agent. The former Defensive Player of the Year and 2-time All-Star returns to the franchise that drafted her, bolstering the Fever's front court and bringing veteran experience.
Howard's versatility sets her apart. She can switch onto guards, battle with bigs, and disrupt passing lanes like it's second nature. Her defensive instincts are elite, turning stops into instant offense. Add in her ability to crash the boards, run the floor, and finish strong at the rim. The Fever's defense isn't just solid, it's terrifying.
Natasha Howard is a game changer for the Indiana Fever. She is a game changer. As an Alyssa Smith replacement, as just a sole player, Natasha Howard is an absolute game changer for the Fever.
Might have been the last major move for them, but maybe they're not done. Either way, I think, Lexi Hull might be coming off the bench now with Sophie Cunningham in tow. Or, either they get another wing player who can shoot and play D. That's huge. They add the defense, rebounding, rim running
With Howard anchoring the defense, Clark can focus on what she does best, creating offense. Howard stretches the floor, forcing defenders to stay honest. That opens driving lanes for Clark and space for shooters like Cunningham. The Fever can now play faster, capitalize in transition, and dominate both ends of the court. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a blueprint for winning.
Like I thought Natasha Howard was a perfect fit. So you've got a front office that comes in, brings in a new coach, and then addresses areas of need. And not just bringing in names, bringing in players that slide into spots, into slots, and bolster the roster.
Stephanie White, if you look closely at what she's doing, she is building a team around her. And a lot of these pieces that she is bringing in, the team that she is keeping around her at the Indiana Fever, are people that she has already worked with or already coached. Now, she had already coached Natasha Howard years back when she played in Indiana, and Coach Stephanie White was there as a coach. So she is familiar with her game. I'm sure that the two have stayed in touch over.
Howard's championship pedigree makes her invaluable. She's been in high-pressure moments and knows how to deliver when it counts. That experience is exactly what the Fever need as they push for the playoffs. Her leadership will help mold young stars like Clark, instilling a championship mindset. With Howard's grit, Cunningham's toughness, and Clark's offensive brilliance, the Fever aren't just building a team, they're building a contender.
Time All-Star and WNBA champ DeWanna Bonner is signing with the Indiana Fever by re-signing Kelsey Mitchell, trading for Sophie Cunningham, and signing experienced vets Bonner and Natasha Howard. The Fever have catapulted into the title conversation. DeWanna Bonner is also a veteran in this league, and she can do it all. She can also shoot the three. She is also nasty on defense, which, if you guys remember last season, defense is something that a lot of people criticized the Indiana Fever for. That was something that they definitely needed to work on. Now you have Lexi, now you have Sophie, now you have DeWanna Bonner, now you also have Natasha Howard. Like, all of these women can.
The Fever have flipped the script. With Howard locking down the paint and Cunningham bringing relentless energy on the perimeter, opponents will struggle to find any weak spots. Add Clark's firepower, and this team can dominate on both ends. This isn't just roster building, it's a strategic masterclass. The Fever aren't here to participate, they're here to take over.
Both DeWanna Bonner and Sophie Cunningham have the ability to play the 4, the 3, or the 2. All of them are versatile. DeWanna Bonner is 6'4", a lockdown defender, shoots the lights out. They're all versatile. Sophie Cunningham does the same. They are long defending shooters who have the versatility to play in different systems.
DeWanna Bonner is also an enforcer. She doesn't back down to anyone. And so I can just imagine the amount of technical fouls that the Fever might get this season, but I think it's going to be fun. You have Natasha Howard, you have DeWanna Bonner, and now you have Sophie. And Aaliyah Boston also is not afraid to be that
DeWanna Bonner isn't just another veteran signing, she's the missing piece. With 6 All-Star appearances, she knows how to handle high-pressure moments. Now, the Fever have the perfect blend of youth, grit, and veteran savvy. Borna's leadership will elevate Clark, Cunningham, and Howard, creating a team built for more than just competition. They're built to win championships.
Juana Bonner has signed for the Fever. The Fever. Champion, like, they have to go into the championship favorites. They actually have to. They have to. By re-signing Kelsey Mitchell and trading for Sophie Cunningham and signing Bonner and Tasha Howard, the Fever have catapulted into title conversation.